Welcome back to BrandsTalk, a show to help you develop and grow your brand in a more authentic, strategic, and sustainable way, locally and globally, whether it's your personal brand or company brand, your product or service level brand. I'm your host, Brigitte Bojkowszky. You can also call me Bridget. I'm excited to have meaningful and fun conversations with thought leaders from different parts of the world, CEOs, business owners, managers, and experts who tell their brand stories and share their valuable first-hand insights. So let's get started and dive with me into the world of brands. I have a question for you. Are you in a phase of your life where so many changes are happening all at once? You sometimes feel overwhelmed by, and you wish there would be some best practice out there that helps you overcome that phase much more easily? Something that helps you get to the other side where you're experiencing a life of joy and happiness, where you have rediscovered your magnificence? Then you are right here on today's BrandsTalk episode with my amazing and valued guest, Eileen Carlucci. She is a redesign your life and empowerment coach. She is committed to helping women worldwide to ignite a new spark, make their epic dreams come true, and help them create an uncomplicated plan to make their goals and priority and an action plan to get them there. I warmly welcome Eileen Carlucci. Welcome to BrandsTalk.
Brigitte, that was beautiful. Thank you for that lovely introduction and for having me. I so appreciate the warm and beautiful welcome and to be here on your show today. And hello, everyone. Nice to meet you all.
Hello, so glad to have you. And I'm really excited to have you as my guest today, Eileen. You're an inspiring and strong woman, and you are doing amazing things. So let's start at the beginning. Can you tell us a little bit about your background, about
Sure.
your journey that brought you right here where you are now?
Definitely. So, really, what brought me to be Eileen Carlucci Redesign Your Life Coach was my midlife reinvention. So I'd say about 7 years ago, I honestly was in the worst place of my life. I felt like I had lost my identity. I found myself suddenly separated. I was married for 25 years. My dad was terminally ill. My daughter was going off to college. And as the year progressed, I got divorced. My dad passed away. My daughter went off to college. And soon after my son went off to college, and then I lost my dog. And I was going back into the workforce feeling so disempowered because I was home many years with my children, working part time. And I had really felt like, what have I done to myself? My skill set was horrible. So I did get a job. I was really excited about that. But I just honestly I couldn't adjust to this newfound being single and the kids weren't home, coming home to an empty house. And one day I came home and I was just like, you know what? I'm sick of throwing myself a pity party. And that night I signed up for a personal growth and development seminar and I didn't look back. And I decided this is a golden opportunity to reinvent myself and design a whole new future. And I did it. And that was it. And I could tell you where I went from there, but that's kind of how I got started in this whole thing. Right. So,
Wow.
yeah.
So, how did you go from that phase in your life to become your own, let's say, business owner,
Yeah.
become your own boss? So, how was that transition? How was it for you? And what are you doing now exactly?
Okay. So at that time, it really helped I always say to everyone, invest in yourself, get a coach, get a mentor, sign up for programs. It really changed my whole life. And like I had a lot of stories about myself and things I made up about. There were not the truth, but it took a little brain rewiring. That's what I do with my clients to really get a newfound confidence. And so really I said, you know what, now that I was getting more and more confident with the training and I was designing a whole new life. Like I went into my closet and mixed and matched and repurposed my clothing and actually added some pieces to my wardrobe. And I also I was just having the best time designing my life. I went in all around my house.
Mhm.
Some rooms I totally redid, and others I don't want to spend the money. I just repurposed and threw pillows in different areas and candles here. And I just really created everything new. Socially, I was going out more and doing my training and, had this new job. It was my skill set was getting better. And so then I just said to myself, you know what? As I'm really enjoying this whole designing this whole new life, I said, I really wanted to host empowering events for women, and I did it. So I hosted a divorce event. And after the event, two women came up to me and they're like, that was fabulous. I loved all your guests. I feel so empowered. Thank you for sharing your story. One of the ladies I started to coach on the side because I had already been through the divorce process. And, make a long story short, that was my aha moment. Like, okay, I found my passion and purpose. It's really to help women who are kind of in that transition period and not a great time in their life like I had been to kind of design this new future like I was doing. So from there, I hosted event after event after event, and I was starting to speak, and at other events or organizations, and then 2018, I went all in and I left my job and I'm like, all right, I'm doing this full-time coach. And I haven't looked back since. So it's been an amazing journey, really.
Wow,
But
that sounds great. So, such a bold step and really taking the courage and going forward no matter what. So,
yes,
Aline, you work with women, you said, and you work with them in a three-step approach, and the
mhm,
focus is on this own who you are areas. So, it's
yes,
mindset reset, and then
mhm.
talk about make over your wardrobe. This is also one of your specific offers. I guess it's about the question whether the clothes in your closet still represent the life you live or you want to live. Because I think many of us women have the challenge to really know their signature style or build the wardrobe they love with the clothes they already own and
Mhm.
how to maybe style for the spotlight. And then, yeah, also design your luxury life, whatever you define as your luxury life. So can you go a little bit deeper into these own who you are areas? I would love to learn more.
Definitely,
I think the
definitely.
audience too.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is, I do have different programs. My signature program, this is it. Like, this is, if you really want to redesign your life, this is what I did.
Mhm.
And the first thing is anytime you want to elevate your life to the next level or you're kind of stuck and you don't know, honestly, the first thing, like I said before, is the retweaking, the rewiring. Because when you want to go to the next level, you really have to think differently. So what I do is we kind of really get present to your inner child. At one point in your life, did you make yourself, like at some point in your life as a child, we make up stories or we have labels put on us and we make it to be true. Sometimes we don't even realize and then we convince everyone like, well, I'm so slow at this or I can't do that or whatever. And then we just convince ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So really, I really work with women to totally give that up, really be powerful in their language. Like whatever they say, I'm bold and unstoppable. That's how life goes for them, right? And that's who they are. So it's like the old stories and the dialogue, like we really kind of I teach them practices how to get rid of that quickly and really believe in themselves and go after their dreams. So that's, we spend a lot of time on that. And then with other people, like with relationships and how to be powerful and effective communicator really makes a difference in whatever you want to create in your life. Next step, as after, and we really kind of do this the whole 6 months, but that's where we start. And then we get into the whole, make over your wardrobe. And what's different about what I do is we use what's already in their closet. So it's like going shopping in your own closet. And I'll say, okay, and I do this all on Zoom. I was going into the homes before the pandemic. I kind of created this my first year in business. And now it's all, and I'll say to the woman, have 10 core pieces, your favorite 10 core pieces that are really easy to mix and match things with. And then we go from there. And I'm telling you, we create all different kinds of looks. We'll take out the shoes and the handbags and the jewelry and the scarves and the hats. And women are stunned. Like, I never would have put that with that in a million years because I see everything with new eyes. So they learn to, I'll never have to wear that same outfit the same way again. So each look is like their own runway, right?
Mm.
Be creative, right? And I do little posts like this in my social media. Like I wore this outfit 2 years ago. Sometimes we don't want to wear a dress over again, right? Well, if you change out the hairstyle, the jewelry, the purse, the shoes, you got a whole different look. No one even know you have the same dress on. So it's just really being creative. Like, what can I create today, right? And when you know you're taking your life to the next level, you kind of want to, really have your wardrobe go with you to that next level. So I will say, okay, this is what I see what's missing, and I make a wish list to fill the gaps. Like maybe you're missing a blazer or a pair of ballet flats or whatever. So, and then the last step is the lifestyle. And this is like, and when I say luxury, I mean, honestly, you can create a luxury no matter how much money you have. You don't have to be a millionaire because we all have some pretties around our house, and it's just using it, taking out that beautiful vase that was your grandmother's and putting flowers in it. Putting on your beautiful silk robe in the morning and going down and making yourself an amazing biscotti with your fruit. Here's my dog barking. I'm so sorry. Can you hear her? There's yes, man. Valentine. Sorry. um, so anyway, and then just, when you go to get dressed in the morning, wear your jewelry or, just really create beauty in every day, create beauty with yourself. I know, yes, we have our days, but maybe when you have one of those days, take the time to make a nice hot bath with your candles. Go take a mindful walk, just really embrace beauty every day, pamper yourself, use your fine china, right? Make a nice dinner with your fine china. So, and then what we also go through money mindset. I do, we get the same thing as the stories that you make up about yourself. We have a lot of stories about money, right? That hold us back, and a bucket list. And with the bucket list, it's like we kind of say, all right, this in 6 months' time, this is where we're going to be. It's already like done. So this is what we're going to work on these 6 months. And what on your bucket list you want to do in these 6 months, or at least get it on the calendar as it's, so it's really powerful technology that we use to get all the goals accomplished and not you know, overcomplicating things, right? So
Wow, these are very wise and helpful steps. So, to
thank
wrap
you.
it up, back to the wardrobe, can you give us, let's say, three wardrobe reset and refresh tips,
Sure.
like how to
Sure.
mix and match and to repurpose things that we already have
Yeah.
for us and that we can put into action right away?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I always tell women, like, just do a closet audit and see what you have. And if you have the time, I would suggest color coordinating your pieces and making sure you know what you have. This way you're not running out to the store like I have a party tonight. I don't know what I have nothing to wear. You know what you have and like thinking what can I create with what I have already? I guarantee you'll find something, right? So sometimes even just starting with the plain stuff like black and white, having those like say a black pair of pants or black, white, or blue jeans, or a black pair of pants, white pair of pants. It's totally fine to wear white in the winter. Um, and then like building from there, right? Like what kind of jacket can I wear or what kind of scarf? Like, or say if you have a dress, like, last time I wore this dress, I wore, a nice necklace. I'm going to change out the scarf or I'm going to put a belt on instead, right? Um, this time of year, like it's fun, like say for a party, you can be pretty, even if you're not like really dressed, just putting like a cocktail ring on or, long fun rhinestone earrings can really up level an outfit. Taking a bejeweled clutch, right? Because sometimes that formal wear, I tell women, I know a lot of us aren't doing the formal wear like we did. Some people have weddings or whatever. You could take the fancy purse and the jewelry and still wear it. Like say with a nice white silk blouse, wear your nice, why not, right? Kind of mix and match you can take the more casual stuff with the dressy stuff. Another way is always you can add a brooch. I know they seem old fashioned, but I had a gown once. I put a brooch and it made the whole dress. I'm not even kidding. Hair accessories. Try some fun makeup. The glitter eyeliner is really great now. It's just honestly, it's just doing little things can make your wardrobe just really pop and really, complete an outfit. Um, what else was I going to share? Yeah, little black dresses are always great to have because you could do, like I said, the belt, the scarf, the jacket. You can wear boots, you can wear heels. Um, Black and white t-shirts are great. You could do so much. You could put like or a turtleneck, a white fuzzy furry vest, right? Imagine just taking you up a black turtleneck and putting a white furry vest on, or a beautiful scarf with some glitter in it. It's even a jumpsuit. Jumpsuits are great. Like to have one or two jumpsuits, you can do so much with those. Change out the jewelry, change out the shoes, wear a fun hat like a fedora, or you know what I mean? Like there's just so much you can do. Um, and I always say, like, make sure, if you're like for a work party, you know, and it depends. If it's a company where they're very young, the dress code may be a little different. But I always say, like, go with black because sometimes black, it's just very elegant, it's classy. And then you can kind of just add your little jewels or your cute pumps or whatever, and wear a nice coat. I always say to women, invest in a nice coat. It's always great to have. Sometimes I'll see a woman in a beautiful dress and they'll have like, a puffer jacket on. I'm like, oh, just invest in that nice coat, like even a pea coat or camel coat or something. So
Yeah, I
yeah.
think also having the right wardrobe is also
Mhm.
about and wearing the clothes
Yeah.
that you really like. It makes you feel happy, you feel comfortable, and it
Yes.
also increases your confidence. And
Yes,
that's
exactly.
very much to do also when it comes to personal branding, because the way of how
Yeah.
we show ourselves to the world, um,
Hmm.
it's we create a certain image in the market, and that's how people perceive us, and the way we how we show ourselves to the world is we how we dress. And what do you think, Eileen? How does the wardrobe, the way we are dressing ourselves, tie into personal branding?
I'll say, like, for me, because my brand, like, really, I think of my brand, I think glamour, just because I've always loved glamour. I was in show business. I was a professional dancer, and I learned all the tricks, like the eyelashes, and wearing wigs and all the costumes. And so for me, like, that's my whole brand is around creating beauty and your surroundings in your home and your flowers. And I, I love to dress no matter where I go. I get a little bit dressed, even if it's casual. I always make sure I have my makeup on. I love to wear a great outfit, even if it's casual. I wear my earrings. And so I just think, like, for me, that's my brand is really bringing, that glamour into it, and just really owning my femininity. And I think that's what, a lot of women love that. And everyone has a different style. I totally get it. Some people's idea of glamour is totally different than someone else's, but really, like, just being authentic to you, like being yourself, dressing in your own style, and just like owning it, right? Because when you're yourself and you're comfortable in your own skin, like, people really get that, right? So that's what I
Absolutely.
really get with the personal brand, just authenticity, right?
Absolutely, because your authenticity shines through. Um, yeah.
Exactly.
Do you have
Yeah.
your perspective, any mindset tips that help us to be more authentic, to be more our true self, that
Yes.
really
Yes.
allows us to shine in that intensity?
Hmm. Yes, I do. Okay, so one, I was just going to say, I would jot down on paper any stories that you made up about yourself from long ago that aren't the truth, that are holding you back, because that will move, you will be able to move mountains once you get past those blocks, and just really, and it's not the truth, and create some new powerful words about yourself, like you're fearless, or, just because that old dialogue just won't work when you're ready to design the new you, right? And design that new life. And I also was going to say, staying in the present moment. Like, sometimes sometimes I hear this with women going through the divorce process or recently divorced. There's a lot of complaints about the ex-husband. And, like, that's already the past. It cannot be changed. Yeah, like, maybe you need to have a conversation or some kind of completion with that, and I actually help people do that. Um, but, like, it's not gonna it's it's going to just drag you down, and you're not going to be present or be able to create the new if you're, being mad at someone or making somebody wrong, or just weighs on you, or worrying too much into the future. I mean, I'm a planner, and that's part of my what I do with mindset and goal setting. But I also like just be present, because whatever you do today is going to help you tomorrow. Create that beauty in your day. Like, enjoy the day. Like, we it's like a gift. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. It's like a gift. So to waste a day thinking about someone that did you wrong a year ago, or about, oh, what if this doesn't happen, or that's just really is wasted time. So enjoy the day, enjoy people, and just the beauty and having a conversation with a friend, and, just enjoy, create beauty, enjoy it. And you get to create your day, even, and anything can get created in a conversation with someone as well. So there's so many opportunities. Every time you speak to someone, think of like, what can I create in this conversation, right? Like, sometimes job, maybe a job opportunity comes out of it, or a travel, or a fun event you get invited to, right? Or just maybe you get to, if you weren't in a great place with someone, you get to resolve something. So those are the three things. Just, write down all the labels that you made up about yourself, and say, that's it. I'm not taking this on anymore. Um,
Yeah.
being in the present and creating beauty in your day.
Yeah. So unlearning everything that we have been conditioned and
Hmm.
turning this or reframing this limiting beliefs into really into empowering beliefs and being in the here and now and really experiencing and being mindful and conscious
Hmm.
what you are doing right now instead of thinking about all the different kinds of scenarios what's going to come in the future because
Hmm.
it's self-talk that
Exactly.
it might never happen. So you
Exactly.
can act in the here and now.
Hmm.
Good. So, Eileen, you are also the author of an upcoming book. Uh,
Yeah.
your new life starts now. It's the
Hmm.
steps to reinvent yourself and live your most fabulous life after 40. So, what
Yay.
was your intention to write this book in the first place?
So, okay, so during, I was really only a little over a year in full time. Like, yes, I started doing events about 5 years ago, but 2019 was like 2018 was when I launched it, and then 2019 was the first year. So here I have all this stuff planned early 2020 events, and I'm speaking. I'm gonna have my own events, and this pandemic hits, and I don't even know what to do. I have all this planned. How do I transition even my wardrobe all online? And so I wound up getting invited to this world summit. I met my publisher on the summit, and he was speaking. He's so powerful. He's a New York top 10 best-selling author, and he had a book program. And I decided I'm going to go in this program. I'm going to write a book. So I joined the program. It's amazing. Um, and I started on the book. So that's how I started. But the thing was, I wrote this book. It was called Your New Life Starts Now: 7 Steps to Thrive After Divorce. I was almost done this summer with the whole entire book, like complete. And I thought to myself, I don't know why I don't want to just write a divorce book. Yes, I could definitely help any woman redesign their life. So I changed it. So I kind of had to revise the whole book. A lot of it I could keep, right? But it's now the book is, and this subtitle might change, but it's Your New Life Starts Now: 7 Steps to Reinvent Yourself and Live Your Most Fabulous Life Over 40. So that, like, so many women could get access to this, right? They don't just have to be divorced. So, and it will be launching in April 2022. So I'm so excited. Yeah. So that's how I got to writing the book. That was my little pandemic project, right?
Oh, a great project to put all
Yeah.
your app.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited, and it's coming out in
Thank
April,
you.
so I'm gonna be the first one to buy. Perfect. Good. So before we finalize, we are coming towards to the end of the show. I would love to do a word wrap with you. Are you ready
Sure.
to give me quick and short
Yes.
answers?
Sure.
Good.
Sure.
When it comes to wardrobe,
Glamour, elegance,
good. Mindset,
unstoppable.
the men,
They make it happen.
magnificence,
Authenticity,
great, and brands.
Who you are, you say you are in the world. It's like when you walk into the room, everybody knows who you are.
Exactly. Good. Eileen,
Yeah.
for listeners who would like to find out more about you, where can they find you? Where can they reach you?
Oh, yeah. So I think I provided you the link tree. If not, I will do it after this. But I have my link tree. It has like how to contact me, has my website, I have a really great Facebook group called Create a Life You Love. Yeah. Yeah, it has everything on there. And then it has the website. You'll see the book. I mean, yeah, everything's there that you can pre-order the book. And yeah, I think that's probably the easiest way. But I am on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, all of that. So yeah.
Okay, it's gonna be in the show notes. So, Eileen, thank you so much for being my guest today on Brand's Talk. Thank you for the wardrobe reset and refresh tips and for inspiring us in all these ways of how to reset our lives and rediscover our magnificence. Thank you so much, Eileen.
Thank you so much. I so appreciate you having me. Really, this has been a true pleasure. And hi, everyone. Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining in today.
So thanks, to all for joining in BrandsTalk today. Give it some social love and leave your comments or drop me an email. I always welcome your precious feedback. Did you know you can also listen to this show as a podcast on the go? Just follow BrandsTalk on your favorite platform. And if you're interested in learning more about my services, head over to my website, brigittebrands.com. Or if you are curious about my online course on branding, on personal branding, which is coming up soon, click on the link in the comments below. I hope you will join me again when we dive into the world of brands, live or by having me in your earbuds, walking the talk. Bye for now. Let's shine. You deserve it.